hate to stand before God on the day of judgment knowing that I've drugged children, drugged people away from God's house and from His teaching. Used to, they had sports, they had their particular season. I ain't got a thing against sports. I don't have a thing against television. I don't have a thing against the internet if it's used the right way. But now they've got each sport will go year round. They play year round. They practice every Sunday. They practice every Wednesdays and Thursdays, and they're just all the time. They've got to be in there to get your mind off of what's really important. And I ask you again, are you for sale? So many people that I've seen shout, I've seen sing, I've seen them call me in the middle of the night to come and pray with their babies, that God would touch them in sickness. One in particular, they called and we came and we went and we prayed with the little boy just 3 or 4 months old that was sick. That was about 18 years ago. That boy's in high school right now. But ever since the last 10 years of his life, he's probably been to church maybe 20 times. Because he's too busy in football, he's too busy in basketball, he's too busy in this, he's too busy in all these other things to go to the house of God. And Mom's right behind him, cheering him on the whole way. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with sports in its place.
That's right.
But as Vernon said so well this morning, whatever it is that comes between you and God, whatever it is that you put between you and God, that's your God. Whether it's a football, a baseball, a car, an automobile, a home, a woman, a man, whatever it is, that's your God. When it keeps you from God and God's house. There's a battle for our babies. There's a battle for their soul. And if the devil can get this generation of young people, I'm just going to put it like this. If the devil can get Cayman and Weston's age group, if he can get that whole generation from 16 to 20, if he can get them distracted away from God, how much easier is it going to be to get Savannah and Emily's age distracted away from God? And then we drop on down to Hunter and Sadie's age group. And brother, I'll tell you, it's a domino effect. And if we can stop, get a fire lit under this young generation, brother, I'll tell you, the devil can't do nothing with them. But on the other hand, if he keeps them sidetracked long enough, there's a point I wanted to read it this morning. How Sunday school would have helped. How that your little boy started going to church. He'd go to the preacher. He'd tell the preacher to go talk to his daddy. Wanted his daddy to go to church with him. His daddy never would go. Went on through life. The point goes on, as life went on, daddy finally got in church. But the teenager was on up in there, or the boy was on up past teenage years at that time. The boy had got out of church early. As just a child, 7, 8 years old, he was already out of church. And Dad was in church now, and he would talk to the same preacher. Go talk to my little boy. He's going the wrong way. See if you can talk to him. And the preacher reminded him how that he would go and talk to him when that little boy was just coming to church and begging his daddy to come to church. And he ends up saying, Sunday school would have helped. If you'd have just been there with him in Sunday school, if you'd have been there leading, guiding, and fighting the way that you should have, it would have helped. Moms and dads, it'll help if you'll go to work right now. You say, preacher, I ain't been fighting like I should. I ain't been battling like I should. I've let down the gap. I've let down the hedge, and Brother Satan has come in, and he's attacking, and he's fighting. Brother, I've just let it down, preacher. It's not too late to go to battle. Right now, God sent this to you this morning because He's wanting you to go to battle.
That's right.
And we've got the right stuff to battle with. This word. Yes. This sword right here. As Nehemiah built the wall, the men had a mind to work. They had a sword in one hand. Hold it up high, church. Hold this sword tight, because it'll do the work. And they had a tool in the other hand. And they worked until the wall was built. Brother, it's time that we work until this battle's won. It's got to be won at home. You've got to win it at home. And we'll see the victory here. I'll promise you will. You start doing what I preached to you this morning. This ain't went the way I thought it was going to. But I'll promise you, if we'll start doing what I preached to you this morning, I'll promise you the victory will be won. Everybody stand.